every day, one by one, I'm gonna try every recipe of Laura, starting from the very beginning. Come, join me on my challenge. Let's go! Hi everyone! Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I'm making a video like this video again. I've tried 120 new recipes of Laura, and if you're new here, then hi, my name is Ruta, and I'm trying a new recipe of Laura in the kitchen every day, and she's, by the way, also here on YouTube, and if you don't know her yet, you should definitely go and check her out. She's awesome! So I'm trying a new recipe of hers every day, and then I post all of these fun experiments because I am really trying every single recipe for the first time every second day, just to give myself enough time to kind of prepare and edit everything and whatnot. And then every 30 recipes I try, kind of make a video like this one where I just sit down and look back at what I've tried out and pick out like the best. But honestly, they're all the best in my eyes. I have yet to come across a recipe which I wouldn't like. They're all really nice. So hence the name, best of the best. Anyways, so this time I had a few recipes which I honestly wanted to put like a winner in almost every single category, but that would be no fun now, would it? So it was really hard, but here are the winners. I know it'll sound funny, but the biggest latest discovery for me was learning how to make a grilled cheese sandwich, or mozzarella in carrozza. For the longest time, I was wondering how the assembly would go of such a sandwich, and I could never figure it out. For some reason, it looked like a very cool and fancy sandwich for me. So once the mystery behind it was revealed, I've started making it so often that literally I had to stop myself and limit it for once or twice a week. And it's so addicting as well. You can change it up in a million different ways and you'll have yourself a brand new sandwich. And while all the variations were great, this one where I spread some homemade pesto and then threw in a few leaves of fresh basil inside is so far one of my favorites. This is a great sandwich. Very crusty from the outside, but oh so gooey from the inside. I had so much fun trying pizza rustica, like you wouldn't believe. It was the first time I succeeded to stretch out the pizza dough with my hands, just like Laura does, and oh my goodness, you guys, I got such a happiness rush from that I kept smiling all throughout making the actual dish. And if you've never tried making pizza rustica, it's gonna be so interesting for you too. The assembly, especially the very top of this pie-looking pizza, is so fun to make, and even though I've never tried it before, I still cannot figure out why the taste of it is so familiar to me. It's super comforting and homey, and you just want to hug someone after eating it. And only after making it did I realize that there must be some mistake in the original recipe, because I think I could have made even 2 pizzas out of the filling I had, because mine turned out huge and it would feed all of your family and friends. A really yummy, filling and pretty one indeed. This one was quite hard to pick out, as I feel like I've tried quite a lot of fancy dishes over the past 30 recipes, but I guess the fanciest one should be steak au poivre, just because I made a steak. I felt quite intimidated by that huge piece of meat, but all in all, while cooking and then looking at the finished dish in the end, I felt so proud of myself. When my husband saw what's for dinner, his jaw dropped, and very carefully he asked if I could make it again for some special occasion. But the funny thing is, it's so quick and easy to make it. Seriously, like 15-20 minutes and you're done. So if you want to impress someone, taking that person likes really spicy food, make the steak and you'll definitely get a star for it. The prize for the prettiest one surely goes to my last tried recipe, strawberry tart. Not only does it look so beautiful and impressive, but it's crazy delicious as well. I had some trouble with the pastry cream as it looked a bit too runny, but I think I pinpointed the problem. It has to be cold. If you're making this tart, be sure to keep your filling inside the fridge until you need it, as coming to room temperature definitely loosens it up. And I'll try putting a little bit more cornstarch next time as well to, well, try and make it even thicker, but no matter the texture, the filling is just perfect. I actually cannot wait to share this recipe with my family in Lithuania because we all love strawberries and this is just like the most perfect combination of all the tastes. As I mentioned before, I've tried quite a few fancy looking dishes lately, so it was again pretty hard to pick out the most impressive one, but let's choose the one I haven't mentioned so far, and it is classic meat and cheese lasagna. This was the first lasagna I've ever tried, and let me just tell you, if you never made lasagna yourself or if you never tried it in general, this looks like one impressive dish. All the layers show so beautifully, and when you take a bite you see the gooey cheese, the redness of the meat sauce, and then those lasagna sheets, they crinkle so nicely. It's overall a very, very beautiful looking dish, and for someone who made it and saw it up close for the first time, it just, well, takes the breath away. Really stunning and super filling. Big thumbs up for this one. Oh, this has to be the rosemary roasted garlic mashed potatoes. Oh my goodness, this is so perfect. I don't even know what to say. And this is coming from a huge potato lover. The amounts of the ingredients are just ideal, and the roasted garlic is one of those secret ingredients when everyone is wondering what could it be, but no one can really tell. And as I said in that video where I tried this recipe for the first time, I'm making these mashed potatoes to everyone who comes into my home, and everyone loves them so much. I couldn't even tell how many times I've already made them. And with all seriousness, I have to tell you that you need these mashed potatoes in your life. Seriously, you need them. I have even 2 dishes this time here, which I don't even know if it's good or bad, but I always feel a bit shy telling you these. However, I feel like this is some real good stuff, so it would not be fair to hide it from you. So the first thing I just could not bring myself to share was the ricotta stuffed mushrooms. Oh my, they were like candies to me, so sweet and tasty that by the time I remembered my husband, I saw that there were not that many left for him, and in all honesty, I didn't even feel that guilty. Oh, so bad, I know, but if you ever feel like treating yourself to an amazing appetizer, which can actually turn into a meal in itself, like it did for a very selfish me, then go ahead and give this recipe a try. And the other recipe which my hubby barely saw was the sweet zeppole. I can only calm myself with the thought that he didn't really know how many of them I made, but as simple as they are, these little Italian donuts, they are so addictive, and there should be a warning sign on this recipe because it's so hard to control yourself once these little cuties are in front of you. All inviting. It's a super good recipe for when you have guests coming but don't really have much time to cook. Very little to do, very quick, and most of all, very delicious. This is one of the dishes which I felt I could put into every category as a winner, and it is Italian pot roast. First of all, you feel like the biggest cook ever while making it, and even though it looks really elaborate, there's not that much to do actually, but just leave it alone and let it do its own thing. While it's cooking, your home starts smelling like the fanciest restaurant ever. And if you give it a minute to arrange it nicely on a big platter, everyone is left speechless once they see it. I already made it for my closest friends to enjoy, and I'm sure I'll make it for my dad once he comes to visit me, because this dish is definitely a treat. It looks gorgeous, smells divine, and just melts in your mouth. It's so crazy, flavorful, and tasty that you can impress anyone with it. I'm absolutely in love with this recipe, and I know I'll be making it again and again on special occasions. Love meat and haven't tried this recipe yet? You're missing out. Okay, and finally my favorite category, because I truly believe that it reveals the most. Because it's always fun to try new recipes. However, if you go back and remake them, I feel like they definitely go to the next level or something like that. So I've been considering mentioning only the new recipes, that is the recent 30 recipes I've tried, but once I asked you if I should include the older ones as well, that is if I remake them, all of you said yes. So I don't know, I've been thinking maybe moving this category to a separate video, because I usually have a lot to share and I don't want to make this video too long, so I don't know. What do you think? Would you prefer one longer video where everything is there, or two shorter ones? I still haven't decided, so I would love to know your thoughts about it. Okay, back to the recipes. So I've already mentioned that I've cooked mozzarella in carrozza, rosemary, roasted garlic mashed potatoes, and Italian pot roast more than once. So these would be the new recipes. From the old ones, I kept going back to caprese salad, and I don't always arrange it that beautifully. Sometimes I'll even skip the mozzarella if I cannot find it. However, I've started using the oregano, freshly cracked black pepper, extra virgin olive oil, and basil combination quite often. I found that tomatoes are just tastier that way, and my friends love the salad as well, so I've been making it quite a lot lately. I'm also constantly making the lemon vinaigrette from the spinach salad recipe. It's so good, and I have yet to find a salad it wouldn't fit with. I just make a salad from whatever veggies I have, pour the dressing all over, and enjoy. I won't even say more, as I keep mentioning this recipe in every single video I make, and I'm pretty sure you must have tried it already as well. I've also made Italian fried peppers twice more. Once I remembered them and started craving so bad that I just went and bought myself some red bell peppers. And the second time, I really wanted to share this goodness with my friends and made it again. It's incredibly easy to make. You need very little ingredients, but yet in the end, it's so amazing that it could be a lunch or a light dinner on its own. Just a piece of a nice loaf of fresh bread and you're good to go. This is a really nice recipe, and if you like red bell peppers, you have to give this one a try. You won't be disappointed. Another recipe I won't talk too long about is Laura's crepes. I don't even know how many times I've made them already, as they're great for both sweet and savory purposes. And if you really want to make someone happy, just go along and make the whole Nutella and strawberry filled crepes. And don't forget to look at their face as they see the crepes. Whenever I have a lot of little quantities of different meats and cheeses, I love making spaghetti pizza. It's a perfect recipe to use everything up while ending up with an awesome looking dish. And I truly believe that the more things you put in there, the better it turns out. And those crusty spaghetti on top. Oh! Recently, I had one of the most fun purchases ever, kitchen blowtorch. So, of course, I had to make the creme brulee. The funny thing though, I don't think it was quicker to caramelize the top of the creme brulee with it. The first time I tried this recipe, I did that in the oven under the broiler, and I'm actually pretty sure it was quicker. And the other thing which happened this time as well, it became a bit watery in between the custard and the caramelized topping, and I'm not really sure what it was, but I guess I have to play with the kitchen blowtorch a bit more. But all in all, this is an incredibly tasty dessert, which is really simple to make, and it's pretty impressive. I actually don't know anyone who'd make it at home. And the very last thing I want to mention is the Italian wedding soup. I didn't actually make the soup, but instead I made minced beef cutlets, which had the exact same ingredients as the meatballs in the soup, and oh my goodness, they were mouth-watering good. This mixture is so amazing that I'm pretty sure I'll make some cutlets like that again soon. Yum! I thought I didn't have that many recipes to share with you this time, just because I am traveling quite a lot this year and I will be doing that quite soon again. But I guess I was wrong. That's why I love these videos. You might be doing so much in your life that stopping just for a brief second and reflecting on everything might really give you some insight into your life. I think way too often we're living without even consciously thinking about that, and you might be moving forward if that, but do you even know where you want to go? Anyways, feeling a little bit philosophical today. I really hope that this video was helpful and gave you some ideas of what you could try out next, because I do want to encourage you to try out new recipes as well. Not only is like super fun, it can even become one of new ways to spend time with your second half or friends or kids or whatever, but it's also so amazing once you find a new favorite, and believe me, you will. How can you know if you're gonna like something or not if you've never tried it before, or maybe you even never heard of it before, right? I do understand that trying a recipe every single day is pretty extreme. It doesn't have to be that, but once a week or once 2 weeks is really doable, isn't it? And I want to end this video with great news. So many of you asked me if I have a PO box, that I actually got one. It's not in Iran, as even though it seems that embargo will be lifted here soon, I'm pretty sure it will take some time for the actual changes to happen inside the country. And to tell the truth, I've noticed that letters tend to get lost here way too often, and I don't really want that to happen. So I've arranged a PO box in a place where I'm returning at least twice a year, and it's my home country, Lithuania. And with my family and friends coming and visiting me, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get your letters even more often than that, so let's keep in touch. I leave the address in the description box down below, as well as the links to all of the recipes I've mentioned in this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I want to wish you a great day, because I'm having like the best day ever. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in a day. Bye!